when you look at it, Rashad Bateman been super quiet. Out of all people, he been quiet. When you look at Mike Preston and who he thinks he should go after, how about you go after Rashad? Leave the main dog alone. Rashad may actually have a witch to hunt down. He may be disgruntled about how this season has went for him reception wise. That would be the guy you come after. That would be the guy who probably say, you know what, y'all gave up on me this whole season. I'm gonna go ahead and play sick and be out of the game. I'm just saying. That's a better witch to hunt than to come after Lamar Jackson, one who's always been loyal, who's always been for the team. When it comes to this matchup tomorrow night, I said some things at the beginning of the season, and they were some very overconfident things. And I say this, we're gonna take that W. We're gonna go ahead and take that, but we have to. In order to take that W, we need to recognize that while Washington is not out there, they still have Jonnu Smith. They still have was it Tucker Fryer or whatever the heck his name is. You got two still solid tight ends, and they were gonna be problems. They were gonna be problems because Ron loves tight ends. Pause. When it comes to how he matriculates the ball down the field, old Ron, he had no loyalty, had zero loyalty of who he got that ball to. So right now we're talking guys that maybe number twos, but with Ron, if we talk about this is premier prime time Ron, you're going to see some Calvin Austin that there get some deep shots. You're going to see Gainwell moving the chains. You're going to see those two be a problem. Jaden Warren, we got to figure out how to stop Warren. Because if Warren is stopped, then it allows us to get that pressure on third down. But we have to have our safeties hawking these tight ends and manning them straight up. I mean, Ham has to be on Johnny Smith. Let's just call it what it is. And then I think it's Fryrick, the other tight end. Basically, the other tight end needs to be manned. Just straight manned up. Do not put Roquan on anybody. Just send him on blitz. On third down, just let him blitz. Let him blitz. Somebody else cover the area. You know what? Let Simpson cover the area. Let's have Simpson cover the middle of the field if we play in zone or whatever. Our outside matchups have to be one. They have to be one. They got speed over there with two wide receivers. They got a lot of speed. One Scotty something. But yeah, I used to play for Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We recognize that there's a great deal of speed there. Significant amount of speed that has to be dealt with. Calvin Austin III is a burner. I mean, equal to Zay Flowers type speed. Y'all probably like, oh man, he ain't got Zay Flowers speed. He got Zay Flowers speed. The boy fast. What's up, Victor? What's going on? What's going on, Longmire? What's good? Yeah, and of course on the offense, yes. For us, we got to feed Henry. We have got to feed Henry, and honestly, take advantage of those matchups with Isaiah Likely because Likely will find a way to get open. He just got to hold the rock. Same thing with Zay, Henry, and freaking Zay Flowers. Isaiah Flowers, or excuse me, Isaiah Likely, Flowers, and Henry have to all hold the rock. They can make these big time plays, but they don't hold that rock. We got a problem. What's up, Raya? What was it? Azariah Majesty. Hit the like button to subscribe and smack the bell. Yes, we have to get the pressure to Aaron Rodgers. We got to get on him. We got to get on him. Like, we got guys who can get back there fast, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. The matchups need to change up. First and second down, go ahead and put Van there. We can put Van Noy in there. Van Noy, put him in the game. But third down, I want two bookend speedsters getting in that backfield. I'm talking about Mike Green, and I'm talking about Jones, Draymond Jones. They both got to be back there at the same time, getting there, meet running the arc. Don't do nothing stupid. Don't run no stunts. Just let them two do what they do and get there. Our linebackers got to put. They are like the key to this because they can't move the chains if that middle of the field is covered. So whether we blitzing and have somebody else cover, or we having safeties coming down and play up a little bit, but at the same time recognize the corner matchups on the outside. We got to have it. We have got to have it. Marlon, you're gonna have a night. You're gonna have a night of either struggle or triumph, one or the other. But we have to make we gotta make Aaron nervous back there. If you sack him, if you make him bothered, he will fold like a lawn chair. He is not the old Aaron who used to get up and throw straight tutties right after having a sack. But he is still capable. We have to recognize that they came on this field and they have to make it happen, just like we have to make it happen. They came here to fight. That's why the game is played. People keep saying we got it in the bag. Well, that takes a couple things to happen. That takes Lamar Jackson to show up like he is, like he showed up again the Pats game before he got hurt. Like he showed up at the beginning of the season against the Bills, against the Lions. We want to see that primetime Lamar. We want to see him use all of his targets. I want to see Nuke get more involved in the game, but of course we need to run the dang ball constantly, continually. I don't care if Henry is tired and you put Keaton in and you run it some more. We need a game plan that says we are not scared. We are coming down the throat. Coming down the throat. Lamar says Kyle Hamilton gets a pick. That's what I'm hoping. We need him to be able to play free. Play free. I know that's putting Ardarius Washington back there, let him do him. And I know that's putting Lohi Gilman back there and letting them just stay backwards. Let Kyle Ham play in the box, play up front, do his thing. And when it comes to the offensive line, I'm not even gonna say homeboy's name, but he's had some good blocks. I'm gonna give him that. Sometimes he hasn't stuck with it, but he's in the right place in the right time for a small chip that allows an extra 5 yards because of his involvement. But when it comes to Roger Rosengarten, he's got a tough matchup right now because TJ's back. TJ may have some lung issues or had some lung issues, but do not take him lightly. They got to make sure they are pushing him to the outside, which allows Lamar to step up in the pocket and make those throws. But if we're running the ball, I say run it right at TJ because if he's running the arc and we run it delayed, it's gonna be money. It is going to be money. As far as Pat Ricard, something that I noticed as I was watching film. This dude, Peyton Mitchell, man, I'm sorry. You could never, you can never be Pat Ricard. When you see Pat Ricard do a kick out to the left, let's say to the weak side of the field, oh my gosh. When you see him kick somebody out and you see Zay Likely push somebody in and there's a hole, Henry going right through it. He's just zooming through that joint. Yeah, we need Wiggins to get picked. Wiggins actually been playing well this season. I think the last couple of games, they've been trying to make it look like he a slouch or something like that. But you know what? Wiggins has been on people like paint. Been pretty well. He's usually traveling with the number one. He's fearless. So I got to give him props on that. What I want to see is a defensive shutout. Let's do this like we did the Cincinnati game. They don't have half the firepower Cincinnati had. So we should be able to get in there and play better than we did when we played against Cincinnati that second time around. I'm hoping that's what happens. I'm hoping they come out there and realize they don't have DK Metcalf, they don't have what they need. However, here is a factor that I didn't think about for a couple of years. There's a guy who closed us out in the AFC Championship playing for them, and that's Marquise Valdes-Scantling. He's probably coming in there with a mentality like, hey, I still am that dog. I still got that in me. Aaron's going to try him on some deep shots, just like he is trying to put him in that role of DK Metcalf. We got to shut that down. It's got to be a situation where it is a locked down. I ain't saying double the guy, but I am saying our guys got to show up big time. Whether it be a Woozier just completely closing him out of the picture and letting everybody else play whatever they're going to play, or we have got to get one of our outside guys just handling business, making sure we're not getting beat down the field on the deep shots. Because if it looks anything like the Green Bay Packers game, we are in trouble. Malik had our number all the way up until he got hurt, and then we took advantage of opportunities. So I give us props on that, but we got to go in there. We got to play it big, man. We got to play it big. What questions do you have about this game coming up? All right, says Longmire says Jackson 5 or 6. Oh, yeah, we need a Jackson 5. I'll settle for Jackson 5. Jackson 6 sounds great. We ain't trying to hit no MVP stats, though. Once we get to that 5th touchdown, if our defense has done their job, we should be shutting Lamar down that last quarter and let Tyler just take care of business. Jackson 5 sounds great. 6 is better, but honestly don't want 6 because hopefully the defense has done their job. We're not having to go in there to get 6 touchdowns. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't really care who they go to as far as the tutties. I just want to see that work. I want to see all that work. I want to see Nuke get them opportunities. I want to see Zay go ball out because Nuke gonna get some more opportunities because of Bateman off the field. Like I said, I hope Bateman gets better. I'm hoping that the sickness, whatever, if it is a sickness, I'm hoping that he's okay and that he'll be ready for the playoffs. We do need him. He does have ability that we don't really usually talk about, but he does have that ability to get open and make things happen for Lamar Jackson. He's a touchdown machine, and he's well underpaid, and we got him for cheap, so we still need to use him while he's still cheap. He said, honestly, don't think TJ Watt will be 100%. I don't think anybody's 100% right now, but TJ is coming off of some rest. And that rest means he gonna be able to make some things happen, man. I think he's still a talented athlete. Rogers got to worry about Vele if they got a stunt, if he's actually gonna switch up and be able to handle that because Vele, Falala, or whatever, is he's a problem. He is going to be a problem at least for the next couple of weeks. Hopefully, next couple of weeks. And then I'm hoping they play so good that they offer him a contract somewhere else. That he just gets millions and millions of dollars to go screw up somebody else's offensive line because I can't take it no more. I cannot take it no more. I've never seen so much bad offensive line play when it comes to sticking on guys. Like, you got to stick to them. When you get your block, follow through because he's connecting. He's just not sticking with it. And because when he falls off of those guys that he's supposed to be sticking to, they end up tackling Henry. They're the ones who end up tackling Henry, but it's like after he's got 5 to 7 yards. Henry could be making house calls if Fele would handle business. Yeah, and I don't think many of us like Fele. I think it's clear as day on tape. It's not just the E3 guy coming after him either. There are times when we're sitting here watching with our naked eye in the middle of the game. You're like, what? Where were you at? Why were you just over here on the right side of the field? Ain't even doing nothing. Henry over here just hauling butt down the field, and I know he was out of the play. But sometimes I'm like, dude, go find some work. Go find some work. Same thing in pass protection. Like, bro, you just sitting here with your arms spread like you Moses, whatever, and nobody's around you. Look to see what's on the right side of your daggone tackle. Because Rosengard might be having some problems, and you need to be going and smack somebody over there for him. Go get some help. Go look for work, bro. Hold up the wheel, work for food signs. Something. Anything. What's up, Willie? Hey, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe, man. You're a Steelers fan or you're a Raiders fan, because sometimes these Steelers fans happen to pop up in here. We still show them love, but it's all about the flock here, baby. All about the flock. And of course, every single time the Ravens and the Steelers play, there's a little bet. I think it's a lifetime bet that if the Steelers win, then I think I have to change my profile pic to some Steelers jersey stuff, whatever. Or if the Ravens win, then of course he has to do the same. But he's got his buddies upholding him big time. He got to put on house shoes and everything if he has to lose. So just know that we want that W. So because I don't like wearing black and yellow. I hate it. I hate black and yellow so bad that me and my ex girlfriend, we was gonna get back together, and she told me she wasn't give up the black and yellow, and I said I couldn't give up the purple. So it just didn't work out. It didn't work out. We could have been a match. We could have been celebrating like probably 16, 17 year anniversary right now. It just didn't go. It didn't go like that. We just could not see eye to eye when it came to our teams, and I wasn't willing to give mine up. She wasn't willing to give hers up. It's crazy. Oh man. So anyway, just chiming in, just saying what's up. Hey, Cameron and we'll be around regardless on Monday. So just hit us up, man, and just know that the show should be on at 8:45 Central Time. But until then, y'all tune into the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. Give me 2 claps. Make sure you hit the subscribe button because I fade to black.